Good morning, Utsav.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. I'm also able to hear you.
Yeah. In the morning, there is a problem in the internet. When you connect initially, you cannot hear.
Okay. Let's wait for some time till other people also
Okay.
join, and then we can get started in like maybe
Okay.
next 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get started. So yes, Prashant, let's go with your question. I think I've responded to your email. I've sent you the solutions of the problem. I think you attempted, and I didn't get your last question. That is the third one you wrote in the Excel. Can you write it down once again and we can discuss that? Okay. Let's go to the this. Meanwhile, Prashant write down his question. Okay. Prashant, are you able to hear me? Should I write down the question or answer or should I speak out? Not sure. He was not responding. Let me type down my answer. Once we plan, we have to baseline our our project or schedule before we start tracking. Okay, once we plan, we have to baseline our schedule before we start tracking. When you change your plan due to actual things did not go as per plan, your plan changes but not your baseline. Remaining duration is either your estimate or difference between baseline and actual duration. Anyone else has any question? Anyone else? Any question related to yesterday's time or scope? Anyone? So let us start our reviewing. I think you all have done the time management questions, right? Yes, Utsav has done. I think Rahul also done. I believe Anil also done. Hopefully Prashant as well. Anil, you are done? Are you doing now? You need couple of minutes? Okay. But if anybody has any question, we can take up that first till the time Anil complete his questions of time management. But if no one has any question, then we can go ahead and review the time management question. Let me see if we get any response. Anybody has any question? It seems no. Let's go ahead with then reviewing the time management questions. Let's talk about what about question number 1. Okay, if you people quickly type, I will move forward faster. All people are typing A. Okay, that's great. So it's a good start. What about question number 2? Okay, 2 people C, 1 person B, and let me read this. You are measuring the project progress and found that the float on one of the activities is negative. Okay, so what do you mean by negative float? Project is delayed, right? We have lost the time. Positive float means we have some time available which can be utilized. Negative float means we have lost the time. We have to catch up. We have to catch up with it. That means if I read B, inform stakeholders that the project will be delayed. Is that a good idea? When we say it is delayed, informing people is important or taking action is important? See, I think there are a couple of principles in 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 answering these questions or answering the question in real life as well. I think they're same in these questions as well as in real life. When something unexpected has happened, which has caused delay, overrun, or any kind of things which we are not expecting, what should we do? The first step in this direction is to understand more, get more information about it. That means you should be having an approach of analyzing it. So first step in anything unexpected, surprisingly happened, which is causing some kind of problem, what the first step is to get more information. Second step is analyze it. Third thing, plan an action. Fourth thing, if people are involved in that, let them also know about the problem and the plan of action. See, informing about a problem without the plan of action will increase the anxiety level in the stakeholders who are not on the driving seat. Right? So there is communicating problem without any action plan is not a good idea. So you first prepare a first action plan. If informing stakeholders is important in that case, you go ahead and inform them and take the action as well. If the action is such that it requires permission from the stakeholders, discussion with the stakeholders, it requires to achieve the confidence, to gain the confidence of the stakeholders. We should not only inform them about the action plan, we also tell them that what is going to happen after this action. And if required permission, we should seek the permission and the authorization or discuss with them and then take the action. So in this whole scenario, let's weigh all the options, and we should remember this principle. And I'm sure that even on the questions you are not very sure, you still take the right answer if you follow this principle and vet every option on this process. First thing is, ask more time to complete the activity. That means we have skipped analysis, we have skipped action, we are immediately reactive mode. Ask for the more, considering it is delayed or nothing else can be done at my end. Second thing, inform a stakeholder that the project will be delayed. Will not be a good idea because I am not communicating my action plan. Add more resources. This could be one, but after analyzing and planning an action, take out some resources from this activity and allocate them to the other important activities. That will be the negative impact. So D is completely ruled out. If I have to choose from A, B and C, which one I choose? I have to choose C in this case, because in A, B, C, the actions before the C are not existing. If any action was saying that get more information, I would have chosen that over C. If any options was having like that, analyze the situation, I would have chosen that over C. If somewhere it was some option was like that plan what you will do and communicate to stakeholders, I would have chosen that over C. Right? It is about choosing the best option, not the best option is the correct option as such. So out of four actions, which action I should take in this situation, that I have to choose the best out of 4. And you follow my principles in all the questions, you will going to take the right answer even if you are not very sure about it. Does that make sense? So in this case, C is the right answer. So let's go for third. All C. Very good. Let's go for question number 4. And you answering for 4th question? Okay, right. So what is the fourth one? Yeah, it's quite obvious actually. What about the fifth one? This question is a bit confusing, right? What about others? Anil? The way. Anil? A, B, C, D. C, I think. Okay. See, the question is very straightforward, but it because there too much information is provided, it makes the question little confusing. It says key input to activity definition. Activity definition is the first step in preparing the schedule, right or wrong? Defining activity is the first step in the schedule preparation. So anything which is output of any further process is going if any option contain any one output of any further process is incorrect. So work breakdown structure, network diagram. Network diagram is an output of sequencing. So if you do not have activity, how you can sequence them? So that is ruled out. Now as soon as a network diagram is ruled out, you will see B is ruled out and C is also ruled out. A, B, C, all three contains network diagram. And network diagram cannot be prepared until unless you have defined the activities. And therefore only D left. And D doesn't contain network diagram. Six. A. Okay. This question is also confusing. Actually it says scope management question put into the time management. So many times people like answer incorrectly, but it's nice you all have put as a right answer. Okay, so what about seventh? C, C. Okay, I think Anil might have not attempted. What about eight? C, nine, B. Okay, great here. Everything is well understood. D. Both D. How it is? This is start, then it goes to A and B, A, and this is B, right? And then C depend upon A and B both. The C, and then D depend upon. So this is D, and E depend upon B. E, and this will go to AND, right? So this is 3, this is 5, C is 4, D is, no, C is 4, D is 3, and this is 8. So which one is the critical path? This one is the critical path, right? Correct? Right? Now tell me, why did you choose D over B? Why did you crash E? Why you shorten the E instead of B? That is my question to you. Why you prefer E over B? C has to start after B. So what? If you shorten the B, C will start a little early. And what's the problem in that? That would be good only. See, you have to shorten this path only, B or E. My question is, why you chosen E over B? Now I'm talking about B. You can shorten B, right? You can either short this or you can shorten this. Why you have chosen E over B? I'm not talking about D. D, you can't, there's no point doing D because there's a float here. You would have shortened B as well. See, if you have shortened this path which is 12, now if you shorten this, make it 7. So what is this path? 12. What is this path? Also 12. You have two critical paths now. Your duration is reduced, but you have now two critical paths. If you have reduced this to 4, this will be 12 and this will be 11. Don't you think it would be better? another thing. I tell you a couple of like principles in crashing or short or fast tracking. See, we should remember crashing has a repercussion of cost increase in cost, and fast tracking required risk increases. So nothing is given, then we consider this as neutral. So when this is neutral, I will say you put the principle earliest the better. Why earliest is better? Because if I crash here, I still have time. If there are repercussions, there are increased cost, I would have time to save this or do some action later. Okay. So earliest the better. Now another option which comes, if you do the earliest the better, you get these kind of things also resolved. If other things are dependent on those things will also got shortened. Like in this case, this path become from 11th from 12. Not only this. The third thing is that if you shorten the later part, and if there is a problem because of the shortening, you don't have time to resolve it. So earliest the better. Now, second option in this case is longest the better. So first is earliest, second is in this longest is better. But longest is better if we need to crash for a larger days, or the crash has to happen for longer time. So suppose in this case it is only 1 day. Correct? Now 1 day can be achieved from both. But if I suppose if I want to achieve 3 days, where it would be easier? Here or here? In that case, if I add one resource here, I get 4 days. Right? This will convert to 4 days if I add one more resource here. If suppose one person is working on that. One person working on here, I double the resources here instead of here. I will get 2.5 days. May not be sufficient. So if we have to crash like for more days, we should look for the longest. So one thing, first is critical, second is earliest the better, and longest the better. So first I should say only the critical task to be reduced, crashed. Second thing, then I should look which are the earliest which I can crash, and then I apply the third rule. Out of them, which is the longest, which can fulfill my need of 3 days or 1 day, whatever it is. If there are 3 in sequence and first one can fulfill my need, I will go the earliest the better. Then it comes to the cost and risk. If risk is high, I should look for crashing. If cost is high of the project, I look for the fast tracking. This is how I should shorten my schedule. Make sense? So this is critical. First, only critical task to be crashed or fast tracked. Second is earliest the better. Third thing, it should be longer enough to gain enough days, and then I should look my project is high risk project or a high cost project. Depending upon that, I should use crashing or fast tracking. Okay, let's go for question number 11. A and D. Okay. YA and YD. Rahul, can you tell me YA? And it's also YD. SD is lowest. Okay. 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 So SD lowest is least risky or SD more is least risky? If for the same task, if I say that it will finish somewhat between 25 to 35, will that be more safe? Or if I say that it should be 27 to 33? See, if I say which is safer, least risky, I will go for A. If I say what is more accurate, I will say D. Because my estimates are more accurate, good, if D is the option, because the standard deviation coming less. Standard coming less means I'm able to, my estimation is better. While A give me safer happen, because the deviations I'm giving a larger duration, I'm more safe in delivery. More variation will be acceptable, isn't it? Therefore, if I say it is which is least risky, I will go for A. If the question was that which are more accurate, I will go for the D. What about 12? D. Okay. What about 13? B. That's right. What about 14? This is also tricky, right? But I hope you would have done it rightly. It's not so difficult also. B, both B. You got it right. This is also right. Correct. So I crash B for 1 day and D for 1 day instead of crashing B for 2 days, because cost is primary factor for me. Make sense? Okay, let's go for cost management, right?